Samrat, welcome.
Hello. Hi. Thank you.
Audience,
Yeah, I can hear you.
okay. Audio ठीक है. Last time it was replicating on YouTube also and on this Palo also.
Yeah, I think it is okay, I guess.
Hi, Likit. How are you? Am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible.
Okay. So last time, what was the issue? Why it was replicating on both the platforms at the same time? Now I'm not listening any kind of replication.
Probably your mic and the speaker might got interconnected or cross-wired somewhere inside the machine.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So how's everything going on? In long time we didn't talk.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, going on good. I have moved from the bank to a different project, and that is a big insurance client having offices all over the world, and even including Chandigarh, Bangalore, Calcutta, Mumbai, also with the global presence as well.
Oh,
So
so that is good. Still in Palo Alto domain only.
yeah, Palo Alto along with and the new one is having Fortinet as well, and
Okay.
Aruba Central.
Hmm.
Aruba was my working domain a couple of years back. Aruba Central especially, and Nexus as well. Nexus 9000 series.
Hmm.
SD-WAN is new. My this current present project needs SD-WAN, and I'm not at all familiar with that. So going through a training on SD-WAN, and yeah,
Hmm. SD-WAN is now it is booming actually because most of the people they are jumping to SD-WAN, Prisma and all. So
right.
that is the reason.
Yeah, that's what like I need a bit of training sort of thing for that, and I'm going through that at the moment.
Mm-hmm. Real me. Who is this real me? Will you talk something? Realme RMX.
Deepak, ma'am.
Oh, hi Deepak, how are you?
I am fine, ma'am.
Okay. So why I invited you in this session, Deepak? Because usually we have a kind of YouTube lives once in a month or twice in a month. So this session is related to when we are going for any kind of networking related interviews,
Yes.
whatever we have to prepare for, how we should be uh, why we should say like yes now we are prepared now, so what are the various things from interview point of view that we need to take care. This session is actually going live on YouTube also. I'll be sharing the YouTube link later on if you want. Okay. Okay, so that is okay. People will be keep on joining because it was a quite a short notice. Likite, I believe I am audible to you.
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So let me just allow me 2 minutes, then we shall start accordingly.
Yeah.
Okay, so now because we will be running out of time then, so let's just begin. Okay, so this session is related to how we can get prepared for the interviews related to network security or network engineering jobs. Okay, so recently I've posted a few job advertisements on different platforms on the YouTube channels also. But the problem is the audience that I've been getting, they are definitely very good candidates, but somehow when I actually screen them on my own before I refer them to the further companies, so I found there are some sort of loopbacks. So first thing is, when we are appearing for any kind of interview, so we need to think about um, whatever we need to go for the job description. That is number one thing. Whatever the expectation from the employer, we have to keep in mind. And another thing is, because this network or network security platform, this is very all the jobs will be very common in the requirement purpose also. So first thing is that I just want to say, number one, anyone who is going for any kind of interview related to network or engineer or security engineer, you should be very good in OSI model. Okay, OSI or your TCP-IP model. So most of the time, even if the job positions are, they are saying we are looking forward for freshers also, sometimes even they might be asking you the question, even they will be asking the same question to 1 year to 3 years of experienced people. So OSI model and TCP/IP model, this is the first thing that we need to keep in mind. You have to know the packet flow of various traffics. So for example, if you talk about the traffic and packet flow, so it could be first, number one, how you open any website. So we call them packet flow of port number 443. How DNS occurs. DNS is 53. ARP, how ARP got resolved. Okay, what are the various types of ARP? Then you have, these are the just packet flow. Then you have to tell about what about the ping. Ping work on which layer, ping work on which based protocol, for example, ICMP. Then you have another things, for example, you have port numbers and you have protocol numbers. What is the difference between these two? Fifth is this one. Now, sixth one is when you are okay with this all, so maybe sometimes DHCP process, which is DORA process, that is also very important. These are the basic questions everyone will ask you. You will definitely be asked any one of them. So these are the just beginning level question. And after that, when you go a little bit deeper, then you will hit IP addressing. Okay, so IP addressing and subnetting part. This is the area where most of the people, they will be getting confused. So you have to have a good grip of the IP addressing and subnetting part. Specifically, even if you are okay with IPv4, still it will be working now. No need to worry for IPv6 at the moment. IPv4 will be working out for you, nothing to worry. Then under the subnetting, you should be able to answer how many subnets will be there, how many, IPs per subnet will come. So what will be the range? So these things you should know, because subnetting and IP addressing further we use in the routing. And if you know the routing concept, then further now we have advancements in it, like SD-WAN also. So SD-WAN is purely on BGP as a protocol. So this, every single topic, if you think IP addressing is something that I can leave right now and I will be okay to come up later on this one, so I don't think so this will be a great idea. So you have to have the good fundamentals on IP addressing. It will be linking you further with routing. Routing will be further linking you with SD-WAN. That is how the things all are getting connected with each other. So we need to work on from the fundamental level only. So you should be good in IP addressing, subnetting part. That is topic number 2 that I would say. Third one that you need to know, it's self-routing only now. So if the question is routing, first of all, you need to understand how this, again, OSI will play very, very important role. Now, if I give you the 3 scenarios, you tell me what will happen in everywhere. Let's say the first scenario is we do have a router, and this router is actually connected with one PC here, and another side there is one more PC. And we know this, every router, how many wires are coming out of this router, they will be representing a different network. Let's say this is representing 10's network, this is representing 20's network. This interface of the router, it may be having 10.001, this is 10.002, this is 20.001, and this is 20.002. Now, in this case, if we will give, do you think 10.002 will be able to ping 20.002? How many of you will think it will work? Milind, welcome. Yes. So do we have any answer for this one? For anyone who is just maybe here?
It won't work.
Will it work? Will it ping 10.002 will ping 20.002 or not? Answer is no or yes.
No, it will not ping.
So basically, if you want them to ping each other, what are the various things that you need to configure? On this PC, you have to have the IP configured. Number one, 10.002 should be configured. Subnet mask will be there, which is 255.0.0.0. In addition to that, you have to have 10.0.0.1, which is the gateway. It is very, very important. Without gateway, it will be a problem. But if you will give the gateway on both sides, for sure they will ping. So there is nothing to worry. So we will actually examine all those things practically on the Cisco Packet Tracer in a bit now. I'm just giving you some heads up. This is what the need of the routing. So if we have to understand routing, we have to just go back in time some, these are the fundamentals behind routing. So another scenario is this one, we will definitely test on Cisco Packet Tracer in a few minutes now. Another thing that I want to tell, we have another scenario. Let's say this side I have a router, that side I have a router. Now I have a PC over here. And they are connecting like this. Addressing is the same. This is my router number 1. This is my router number 2. IP addressing is again same, 10.001, 10.002, 20.001, 20.002. I have given IP, I have given subnet mask, I have given default gateway. Now, will 10.002 ping 20.001? Yes or no?
No.
What about this one? Will it ping 20.002?
It won't ping.
If you have IP,
No.
subnet mask, and if you have IP is 10.002 and the gateway also. So basically, this is scenario number 2. Last time you had a PC end device over here. This time you have layer 3 device in this case. When you have PC, router, PC, then they will work differently. In this case, they will work differently. In the previous example, you had all those 3 things and they were pinging each other with the help of default gateway only. Why? Because this is 10's network, this is 20's network. If you go for the source, where the ping is coming from 10, where the ping is going towards, it is going towards 20's subnet. So who is managing? What is the layer 3 device? Router number 1 only. Router number 1's routing table. One side is 10, another side is 20. So that means the same router, it is aware of 10's network also and 20's network also, which means source and destination are sorted out. That is the reason it is pinging. In this case now, if you will give 10.002, it will ping 10.001 also, 20.001 also, but it will never ever ping 20.002. Why? Because we have a reason here. Now 10.0 router 1, how many networks we do have in this case? We have 10 and we have 20 in the routing table. Similarly, in router number 2, how many networks it is aware of? It is aware of only 20, because you see it is only and only having one network. So when the ping will come from here and it will be received by this router never knows how the reply will be sent back, because you don't know the reply is coming from actually 10 and you have no idea where 10's network is. So that is the demand of the routing. But in this case, how 20 actually replied you? 20 replied you with the help of your router number 1. So that is the difference between these two scenarios now. Okay, I'll be sharing my screen now, another screen, so that we can just test the whole party on Cisco Packet Tracer. Enoch. Enoch, your name is, how to pronounce your name?
Yes, that's my name, Enoch.
Enoch, okay. And what is the meaning of Enoch?
Oh, Enoch. It's a Christian name. Enoch didn't see anything like that. So we believe and that. So that was the name my dad gave to me.
Okay. Well, anyways, good name. Okay.
Thank you.
So let's start our first thing. Let's say I have a router now. I hope my screen is visible to all of you with this Cisco Packet Tracer.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's say we have a router. One side we have a PC. Another side we have another PC. Okay. And now you will connect them together. So we should be aware of the cabling also. If you want to connect different devices. For example, if I have to connect router with router, we call this is a similar connection. But if you want to connect router with any other type of device, for example, switch, PC, or anything else, we call this as a dissimilar or different connection. So router to router, it will be crossover cable, which is just over here, dashed cable. But right now, I don't want to connect right now. It will be my second attempt. So first thing, I want to connect all of them. So I need to use the straight through cable. So whenever you are on Cisco Packet Tracer, you just need to connect with the help of certain kind of interfaces, and you need to always remember which interface of the router is going which direction in. Then you have to configure this one towards the other PC. So now, again, we will represent our topology in the same way. So let's say I go for a color. This thing will be representing 10's network. And maybe this thing is representing 20's network. Okay. I need to now open the router. So definitely people who are very first time watching this out, it may be a little bit uneasy for them, but it is very easy when you will be just going for the proper practice and all. Okay. So now I will be going to this config tab. Here you need to remember, this is my blue color is 10's network, green color is my 20's network. If you want, I can just write down their labeling also. This is my 10's network and this is my 20's network. Okay. So now I just need to open the router, and you have to remember which direction interface is representing which network. So under the config tab on Cisco Packet Tracer, you go to the interfaces, you see fast Ethernet 0x0. It is representing this side. So now that means if I want to click over here, you need to switch it on. The reason is now you see you have a red triangle over the connection. So red triangle means these are administratively down. Any layer 3 device will never be automatically responding to the signals. We call them this is administratively down because you have to specifically make them on. So I'm switching them on now, and this side it is turned green. FA00, I turned it on. I have to give the IP as 10.0.0.2. I mean 1. 2 will be PC's IP, sorry. And if you will click in the next line, automatically subnet mask will come. Okay, so you need not to worry. Now time to configure the next interface. You have to again switch it on. And then you have to say this is 20.001. And again, the same thing. Now router is done. You are done with the configuration of the router. You need to configure your PC. In order to configure PC, go to desktop, go to IP configuration. Under the IP configuration, you are configuring this PC on the very leftmost side. So you have to, if you are assigning the IPs dynamically, then click on DHCP, but I am going to go for static right now. So it will be 10.0.0.2. Why 10.0002? Because same cable is representing the same network. If you have connected this cable with this PC, so that means they have certain kind of rules, regulations you have to always keep in mind. Each cable is representing a different network. If this one end is 10's network, that means other end is also 10's network. Okay, so they should be on the same network. And now you have to, let's say I don't give default gateway for the very first time and I leave it blank and then I go ahead. Similarly, on the other side of PC, I don't give any gateway. I just configure it 20.002 and I don't configure anything. That's all. And now we need to check whether they are pinging or not. So let's say I am on leftmost PC. If I go for IP config command, you see it is showcasing me my own IP right now. Can I just ping my own gateway? Ping 10.001. Now will it ping or not? Do you think it will ping? its own gateway.
Did you assign the IP?
No, ma'am.
IP is given. IP is given. Default gateway is not present. And you are pinging default gateway only.
No, I mean, have you given the IP to the router?
Yes, yes.
And then it should ping.
Okay. So let's check. You see why it is pinging? There is a reason
Because it's
behind.
local. It's a local network.
Because it is the same network, same cable. So whenever you are pinging in the same network, your source, how does it work? When you are pinging your source and destination IPs, there will be one binary AND operation will be going on. This binary AND, that means whenever you will be doing the binary of this 10.001 in 32 bits, and whenever you will be going for your binary of your own source IP also, they will calculate one network address. Now, whatever the network address is, it is 10.0.0.0. If the result of your binary and it is also your own network, so it will definitely ping. So in layman language, we say they belong to the same network. If source and destination IP, they belong to the same network, definitely they will ping each other. Even you will not give any default gateway over here. But now let's do ping. I will say I want to ping now, which is right FA0 by 1 of the router. Can I just ping 20.001? This is the question now. Will it ping or not?
No, it will not.
It will not ping. Why? Because you have
Because the SAND operation revealing other IP. The
yes.
answer is different.
So the fundamental is your source is 10.0.0.2. Your destination is 20.001. Binary AND operation will give you the resulting network will be, let's say, 20. Okay. And this network, you are not belonging to 20's network. And you do not have any idea how to reach out to 20's network from this PC. PCs and laptops, these are called end devices. They do not have any intelligence inbuilt in them. They do not take, they do not have simply that, brain to take the routing decision. So in order to take this kind of decision, they have to hand over the traffic to the nearest layer 3 device. Layer 3 device means router or firewall they must be connected with. Now this guy is connected to this router. But the problem is you never said that you never gave the liberty to hand over the traffic to him. What do you mean by that liberty? That this default gateway entry is empty. So you have to allow this PC, whenever this dissimilar, different networks are coming as a result of the binary AND, then you have to hand over the traffic to your gateway. That is a responsibility of the gateway. Okay. So now let's do this correction. I go back to this PC. I go back here on IP configuration, and here I just give 10.001. And then I again go back here and just I repeat the command. Now it is pinging perfectly. Why? Because you allowed this PC, whenever the resulting network is different, please hand over the traffic to your gateway. Your gateway will be actually taking the responsibility to find out the route for you in order to reach to that destination. So that is the role of your default gateway. Okay. So why it found the destination network? Because this router is having 10 and 20 on the same router. Router is aware of 10 also, router is aware of 20 also. So there is nothing to worry. Next question is, will it ping 20.002 now? From here to here. This PC, you have IP, you have subnet mask, and you have default gateway. This PC, you have IP, you have subnet mask, you do not have default gateway. My question is now, from 10.002, would you be able to ping 20.002 or not?
So the ping will go, but the response will not come.
So that means if I will be pinging 20.002, this fellow is actually receiving the request. This guy is sending to this guy is sending to this, because they are also having the same wire. Now the problem is, whenever you see this timed out means request is going and reply is not coming back. So these are your ICMP error types and codes, okay? So these are called ICMP error codes. Timed out, destination host unreachable. So there are several codes that we do have in ICMP. So now in order to sort out this problem, this PC is actually unable to find the way to back to sending to the router itself. Why? Because this PC is only having IP subnet mask. Default gateway is absent over here. So you need to now correct the same thing. You need to go back to this PC, IP addressing, and just give your gateway over here. Okay. Now you should check whether you are able to ping from here or not. So you will be able to do now without any issue. So in this case, now the reply is coming from 20.002. Even 20.002 will be also able to ping 10.002 also. So end-to-end ping is now working. This is 10.001. And if you want 10.002 will also be replying you back. So this is how it will work. This is your scenario number 1. Okay. So this is first scenario that we have discussed. Second one is we have this one, and we have one more router, and we have one PC over here. So rather than having one PC, I have a router. Okay. So what I'll do now, I just simply copy and paste that. Okay. So here I will just delete the last PC. I don't want it. Instead of this PC, I just want to have a router. So let's now router to router, we need crossover cable. So you will connect these two things like this. So it is all up to you which interface you are selecting. So there is no hard and fast rule. You can always pick whatever you want. Again, we will be going for the same thing. So I have this color for tens network. I have this color for 20s network. Same we are representing just like before. Now this router is already configured because we just copied it. If you see, I show you the configuration. This is already configured. On this side, you have 10.001. This side, you have 20.001. We just need to configure the last router now. On the last router, which IP you have to give and where you have to give, you need to read this interface. This is FA 0 by 0. So you need to go to FA 0 by 0. First of all, you need to turn it on. And now you have to give your IP. Let's say 20.002. Earlier, it was belonging to a PC. Now there is a router. On the router, you do not have anything called gateway. But on PCs, yes, you have to have the gateway in order, because PC, they do not know the routing concept. So they have to hand over the traffic to the gateways. But in case of router, you take the decision of routing on your own. So you do not have any gateway, just like PC. So what you have to do now, I'm again going to test. From the leftmost PC, I want to go to, first I want to ping. Let's check our IPs first of all. ipconfig is a command that will be telling you whatever your IP configuration right now. So my IP is 10.002. This is my subnet mask, and this is my 10.001 is my default gateway. So can I just ping first of all my own gateway? Yes, it is being pinged. Can I ping 20.001, which is the other end of the same router? It is also pinging. Okay. So now the question is, can I ping 20.002? In the previous case, you have given IP, subnet mask, and default gateway, you were able to ping. But in this case, you have all the needed configuration on the router number 2, but still it is not pinging. You know why? The reason is the same reason, whatever we've been discussing. The traffic is actually coming from here to here. Source is 10. Destination is 20. Now, simple logic. This router is not aware of where is 10th network. This is the demand of routing. So this is demanding routing. So you have to go for the routing concept in this case. Okay. So routing, you need to know which router is having the issue. When you actually troubleshoot on the network security or the networking related problems, you have to have the very clearer idea which router is giving you the issue. If this error is coming on this router, so that means this router is having the return traffic problem. This router is not aware of the source or the reply, how to send the reply back. So what will be the solution in this case? You have to tell this router, where is the 10th network? If you will be telling this router, where is the 10th network, that concept is called routing. And routing can be done in 3 different ways. Routing can be done static. So it can be static routing, dynamic, or it could be default. Okay, so routing is basically having 3 types: static, dynamic, and default. What is the difference between all of them? Static routing means, now, for example, the last router has no idea where is the 10th network, and you will be going explicitly on the last router and you will be telling with the missing network. So that means I will be going to the last router. I have to go to the routing under static. This time, actually, I'm configuring everything on the shortcut, assuming, people might be, maybe later on they can take a little bit of training. They will come to know how to do in the command prompt also. But yes, we are running out of time. That is the reason I'm just going in this way. Under the routing, you have to click over the static, and here it will ask you 3 things: network mask and next hop. Here you have to configure, you have to tell which is the missing network. Missing network is 10. You have to give your network. Remember, it is asking you the network, so please give the network only. Do not give any IP over here. Then what is the subnet mask? Subnet mask is 255.0.0.0. In routing, subnet mask is very, very important. That was the reason why I was saying you have to have a good knowledge of IP addressing and subnetting. If you will give 10.0.0.0 and you will give a different subnet mask here, your routes will be prepared for that. Do not expect you will be given up with any subnet and your 10th network will be approachable to you. No. So now next thing is next hop. You are on this router, you are telling go to 10th network where subnet mask is 255.0.0.0. In order to reach out to this network, which is right here, this. If you want to go to this network, you have to, now how you will be guiding this one? You have to say, I know up to this point, which means I have a connection with the 20.0.0.1. This guy can help you in order to reach 10th network. Now there are 2 things that you have to keep in mind. First thing is, whatever your next hop is, you are aware of that. You know where your next hop is. Most of the time it is a connected IP only, which is just connected to you. It is in the direction of your destination network, which is missing on you. So you have to reach 10th network via 20.0.0.1. So you have to just give the next hop IP as here. What will be the IP here now? 20.0.0.1. That's all. So you are done with this one. Only you needed this entry. Now you are done. Even if you will go back to PC and you will be running the same command again. So you are pinging now. Okay. So this is the simplest version of routing, which is called static routing. In order to understand dynamic routing, so dynamic routing means you don't give the missing networks actually. On this router, how many networks? 10 and 20. On this network, you have only, let's say you have 20's network. Okay. In dynamic routing, you do not give the list of missing network because it is just a small topology. What about if there are hundreds of routers in a way? You cannot keep on adding all those entries manually over here. So it will be a tedious process. What you have to do, you rather than going for the missing network, sometimes any network can go missing also. What you have to say, I don't know about other missing networks, but what I'm aware of, I'm ready to share with others. Okay. So this router number 1 here right now, it will say I have 10 and 20 knowledge. If anyone on this link connected links with me, they want to reach out to these networks or they need to have any information, please, you can reach out to me. So in dynamic routing, you do not say missing, you say what you own. Okay. Similarly, this router, you will say I have 20s network. Even if you will have one more router, they all will introduce their own networks. And apparently, whenever you will be seeing them, everyone will be having the same routing table. Routing table means if this guy is 10, this is 20, let's say this is 30, this is 40. Everyone will be having entries on them 10 all the way up to 40. So we call them, this is routing's convergence. So they will have the routing table like that. So it is a different topic actually. I will be not able to cover in few minutes, but yes, the idea, this is what I'm giving you the idea. So when you are actually giving the answers in your interviews related to the fundamentals, make sure you are 100% clear on your fundamentals. Rest of the things, they are okay, fine, but your fundamentals should be crystal clear. Okay, so that was the concept of the routing that I wanted to share. Next thing is, whenever you are done with routing, so we said the first topic that you need to know, it is OSI and TCP-IP. Second one is your IP addressing and subnetting. Third one is routing. Fourth one is switching. Fifth one is your any information related to, if you have good knowledge of VPNs, that will come and sit here. There you will have two types of VPN, remote VPN, you have client-side VPN, you have site-to-site VPNs and all. It will also include some sort of digital certificate idea. What is a digital certificate and all. Okay. And on switching and other thing, there is nowadays, people are asking very important questions on your switching protocols. What is DTP? What is VTP? STP? Variations of STP, RSTP. So many things are there. You need to know all of them. Okay. So the idea is, when we are appearing for any kind of interview, so take these things, do not, be worried about like what they will ask. So I believe, consider what you know, focus on what you know, and you can also always tell your interviewer, out of these 5, okay, the 6th one, I would say these are the firewalls thing, even for the beginner level, I would say, if you are ready for these 6 things, then you have the chance to crack that interview. Out of these 6, at least 4 out of 6 you should give maximum answers. That means this first domain, second domain, third domain, fourth domain, fifth and sixth domain, even beginner level people, interviewers are also not expecting too many things from you. So here, if the interviewer is asking 5 questions to you and you have given 2 answers, still you are on the safe side. Firewalls, if you have given, they asked you 5 questions and you have given 2 to 3 questions answer, you are still on the safe side. But in this case, these are the fundamentals, first 5. No matter how many interview question is asking to you, if the 5 question been asked from here, minimum 4 you should answer. Minimum, I'm saying. Sometimes 5 out of 5 should be correct. IP addressing, every interviewer asks few questions related to classes, how many classes you have in IPv4, what is the difference between IPv4 and IPv6. So definitely these things will come over here. So I would say if it is 5 questions, 5 out of 5 you should answer. Routing, minimum again 4 or 4.5 out of 5. Switching, again 4.5 out of 5. There is one more topic, it is called ether channel, which is right now very, very famous topic. You need to know what is ether channel at all. Okay. Then you have VPNs. VPN will be the area of discussion if you are 5+ years of experience and you are going for senior level position. Definitely then out of VPN, 5 out of 5 must be right, or 4.5 out of 5 it should be. Firewall, again, it must be 4.5 out of 5. But for beginner level, this must be your plan. So that is my idea is, recently I have posted a few advertisement on my YouTube channel. I believe everyone is aware of that channel. So it was related to the hiring of network engineers or network security engineers. So many people approached to me, and before I actually forwarded their CVs to the respective companies, I asked them, I had a discussion with all of them, minimum 30 minutes connect I had all of them, and none of them was able to answer me clear answers on routing, first of all. Then I felt like better, whatever the people they are targeting, maybe they just need a kind of guidance only. So maybe this series, whatever I'm trying to do now, 1 hour session, we can think of, people may be getting some idea. What are the major topics that we need to consider, how to give them the answer, and how to get prepared. In case if you want to take, so even on my channel also, I have so many resources on website also, so many resources. If any people, they want to, I have this customized course actually. I don't say this is a CCNA. Okay, CCNA is much higher. So whatever I have designed my own course on Eagle Eye Cyber Solutions website. So in that course, it is very customizable course. So that include everything, whatever I have talked over here. And this is exactly demanding whatever the people are actually doing on the floor right now. Whatever the networking fundamental point of view we need. So I have actually put over there. So these are the things. And other than that, there is something called headers also. For beginners, I won't say headers are very, very prominent question domain. But when you are a little bit experienced, you need to know what is IP header, what is TCP header, what is DHCP header, what is DNS header, what is SMTP header, telnet, how the telnet is different than SSH. You have other headers also. For example, you have, I would say, UDP header is also there. ICMP is also there. You have several headers, so you need to know all of them. ARP is very important. So you will have TCP's retransmission timers. You have TCP's states also. So many things are there. So if you want to apply for any kind of fresher role or experienced role, make sure you are aware of them. And if you are going for any higher position, you should be aware of the Wireshark. Wireshark is a tool that will be reading these all headers for you. Okay. So maybe in coming few weeks also, there will be some lives on the Wireshark that I will be planning, because most people, they are asking me, but I was having a literally, this time schedule was the issue. Anyway, so that is it from my side. If again, I'm saying, if you are reading my posts, no matter which platform you are reading, there will be a way to sort out your problem. If you want to go for any kind of interviews, make sure you have a plan and follow your plan accordingly. Okay. So that is all about, I just wanted to say. So any questions for me? And firewalls, when we say about firewalls, there are prominent firewalls in the market. One is Palo Alto, another one is Fortinet. These are very important firewalls. So both are called your next generation firewalls only. And there is a reason behind why they are called next generation. So many things are behind them. If we have a strong basics, strong fundamentals in networking, understanding of the firewalls will not be a challenge for anyone. Okay. So any questions for me, please? No question?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
Please, I have a question. My question is, may I know the current firewalls in the system? I know of Fortinet, FortiGate firewall, but then that's what we use at my place now, where I do it. I want to know the current ones aside the FortiGate, Fortinet. Is there any firewall which is also robust compared to the Fortinet, FortiGate?
What I will say, have you ever worked on Palo Alto firewall?
No. I've not worked on Palo Alto firewall before. I've not even seen it before.
Okay, so you are in the Fortinet area. So
Yes,
Fortinet or Palo Alto, let it be, both firewalls are 80% actually similar. So
okay.
most of the time, I always say my own trainee engineers to start with Palo Alto. The reason is, let me share my screen again. The idea is, let it be Palo Alto, okay? Or it could be Fortinet.
Okay.
So let's say it was my FortiGate firewall here. Both are mostly similar to each other, but as compared to FortiGate, Palo Alto is much easy to configure. And in order to go for Fortinet, so you have some other appliances also. For example, you have, let's say you have FortiManager, you have FortiAnalyzer, okay? You have FortiClient also, you have FortiEMS system. So you have different appliances in order to get your tasks done. What is the role of manager? Manager will be whatever your, this side you have LAN, that side, this side you have WAN. Analyzer will be analyzing the logs for you basically. Okay. Manager will be, if you have so many FortiGate firewalls, manager is like connecting all of them together and it will be controlling all the firewalls. So that means if you are the single network engineer, you can configure your FortiGate firewall number 1, FortiGate firewall number 2, FortiGate firewall number 3. Maybe if hundreds of firewalls are also there, you can control all of them. Similarly, your VPN clients, you have different appliances. But the beauty of the Palo Alto firewall is it is all in one. Okay, so normally, maybe because I have extensive experience in Palo Alto now, and that is the reason I would always say people who are getting trained on Palo Alto first, and then they are going for any other firewall, it will take minimum 4 to 5 or 7 days only to learn any other firewall. So it sometimes it is the preference how you will give. Palo Alto also it will be going for it, but you need not to have any kind of analyzer here. You need not to have any kind of EMS client. Everything is on your firewall only. It is all in one place. And both the firewalls, they are called next generation firewalls. You know why they are being called next generation firewall? There are different aspects. There are non-next generation firewalls also. So the non-next generation firewalls are, for example, Cisco ASA. It used to be called as non-next generation. Now Cisco FTD. It is actually the next generation. Palo Alto, next generation. FortiGate, next generation. Checkpoint, next generation. So these all are the next generation firewall. There are reasons. So if I give you the example now, let's say this is my company's LAN area, this is my firewall, and this is my internet. Okay. And if you are connecting like this is your firewall. It could be Fortinet, it could be Palo Alto, anything. So this is my LAN, this is my WAN. Let's say in one of my LAN user, there is one user whose name is Anok. Okay. I have somebody told me this guy is initiating some sort of malicious activity within the network. Okay, so he is actually, whenever he is present in the company, so he is trying to click on those websites which are malicious purposefully or maybe non-intentionally. So what you have to do, you have to keep track of this user, Enoch, let's say. Okay, so this user, you need to control this user. Now what you will do, let's say there are 10,000 other people are also sitting here. If you are coming and you are sitting over here, I have blocked, let's say the IP is 10.001. So you are using this IP. And after that, what will happen? Will it solve the problem? No. You will simply go and sit somewhere else. You are using .3 also. Now you are happy to work whatever you want. So this is layer 3, L3 blockage or L3 filterization. What I want, my problem is to block this user, not this IP. So it is called user-based control. Okay, so we call, in Palo Alto, we call it user ID. So you have to block or allow the users based upon their credentials, not the IP just. This is one feature of the next generation firewall, which is not possible on any of the non-next generation firewall. Another feature is, for example, let's say I have this side LAN, this side is my firewall, and that side I have my internet. Okay, and here I will be just sitting here. This is LAN, this is WAN, this is my firewall. I want my LAN users, they can open the Google base. That means www.google.com. They can search anything on them. But whenever they are trying to open Google Maps, this should not be done for them. It is actually denied. So now if we understand the packet flow of this thing, in the world, there are two types of URLs, okay? One URL is called standalone, another URLs are called distributed. Standalone URLs means, for example, let's say cisco.com. Either you can fully block Cisco or fully allow, because Cisco's users, they have internal access. Maybe they will be having Cisco Drive and all, but we as internet people, this is open to internet users. So you go to google.com, you will be having the source ports, destination ports. You will be having the connection ID. These connection IDs will be further taking care for the further hierarchy also. In google.com, you have Google Map, you have Google Calendar, you have Google Contacts, Google Chat, Google File documents, Google Sheets, so many things. They all are connected through Google only. This behave of any website, it is called distributed. So that means if you will block, how the next generation firewall will work, if the next generation firewall is saying, I want to block Google Maps, but I want my all the LAN users, they can search anything, whatever they want. So it is called base. We call it Google base. Google base is allowed, but you want to block one of the application under that Google. So that is simply not possible on any non-next generation firewall. Why? Because it is changing the application. On Palo Alto firewall or any other firewall, let's say Palo Alto says my default application is SSL when you want to go for port number 443. From SSL, you went to google.com. So this is your first shift occurred. From Google base, you went to Google Map. This is another shift. Every time this is called app shift. So you are detecting, being the next generation firewall, you are detecting this app shift. Whenever there is an app shift, your firewall is actually going back and checking the policies, whether this particular shift is allowed or not. So this is called application identification, or it is called app ID. This is another feature why any firewall will be called as next generation. This is not possible on any non-next generation firewall. This is another feature. First is user ID. Third one is app ID. And the second one is this one. Third one is CTD engine. content and threat detection. So in this case, you will be blocking certain kind of files. For example, we have data blocking, you have file blocking. You can say upload is okay, download is not possible. .doc files can be uploaded or downloaded like that. So that is CTD engine. So if you are appearing of any kind of interview, make sure you have done mastery of at least one firewall. Based on that one firewall only, even let's say somebody has done Palo Alto very well, you need not to worry for if any question comes for the FortiGate also. You will be able to answer very, very well. Need not to worry. Because whatever the concepts are going on here, these similar concepts are going on here also, but with a different name. So here, whatever app ID is called, same thing, it is called application control. That's all. If it is called URL filtering here, it is called web access control. So, I mean, the idea is the same, but you have to know at least one firewall. So you must do at least one firewall. Okay.
Okay. That's so nice. But please, you mentioned the next generation. I think the Cisco product. What's the name again? I forgot the name you mentioned. You said Cisco something. Can you please re-mention the name again?
The Cisco's firewall, the one that I was telling you.
Yes, please. What's the name? If you can mention the name.
FTD. Firepower.
FTD. Okay.
Cisco's
Okay.
next generation firewall is FTD. Non-next generation firewall is ASA. Now they have introduced some sort of powerful versions of ASA also, but FTD is next generation.
Okay. I'm planning to go and write my CCNP exam. So then from there, I jump onto the CCI because I want to do more of the professional courses. Yes, that is what I want to do now. I'm already working with the company and I'm happy to be the network engineer over there. But I want to take my academics to the next level, my professional skills to the next level. So I'm currently learning this. Especially I want to start with the CCNP MCOP before I go to the NRC.
Okay. FTD will be, even if you will be going for ASA, just to revise ASA, you have, there are certain guides available over the internet also. You can just revise ASA within a day or two. And after that, start FTD because they have certain kind of, they are interlinked with each other. So if you will be having 100% clarity, so it will definitely be going like that. So ASA, then go for FTD. If you know ASA, then FTD will not be difficult. Okay. All right. Anyways, any other question from anyone else? Karthik, Lekit, Dinesh, Milind.
No, man.
Okay.
Yeah, hi, ma'am. I just joined now only. Sorry.
No issue.
I didn't know this person.
Don't worry. So, but anyway, this will be available on the YouTube also. And Anok, do you know the YouTube channel and the platform where to find it?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So it will be available on the live. If anyone missed, you can go for that. Okay.
Ma'am, you have any opening for that? I saw your post actually.
I posted one actually 2 days back. There were few MNCs. They were asking me to refer few good candidates. But the problem is whatever the candidate I got, that is the reason why I actually conducted this live session. People were not very confident on the basic fundamental level questions. That position was related to level 1.
Okay.
So people were very, very confused on IP addressing, netting. Okay. So they were really confused. So I wanted to tell them if they want to go for any kind of job, work on your fundamentals. So that is what the agenda of this session was.
No, sure.
Okay. So, all right. That is okay from my side. And thanks everyone for joining. I I have no idea
Thank
how
you
did you
so
find this
much.
thing.
I really
Yeah.
enjoyed the class. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Thank you, Enoch. Thank you, and good luck for your upcoming exams. I hope you will be able to clear all of them.
Thank you. I'll do that.
Okay.
Thank you.
So you have, in case if you have my LinkedIn details with you, you can always reach out back to me in case if you need any help. I'll be happy to help you. Okay.
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 Thank
All right, everyone. Thank you so much. So I'm just going to end the meeting now, and I'll be planning a few other sessions. So I'll see you all.
Thank you.